lawyer's reaction.
I have an Amazon shirt on.
That doesn't mean you can come on private property anytime you want to.
Here, I'm just delivering packages. I won't be here ever again. Do you need something?
No, I'm just wondering why you're here. This is private property.
Can you show me that?
It's on the sign when you drove in.
Call the police.
I will have you trespassed.
I don't care. I have an Amazon shirt on.
That doesn't mean you can come on private property anytime you want to.
That's what I'm doing. I'm delivering. I need you to get out of my face.
My boss, who also lives here,
What about it?
he's a retired police officer.
I don't care if he was Barack Obama.
Now, apparently this is a private estate, which absolutely would make this private property. But keep in mind that even if it's private property, any type of delivery driver has an implied license to go on private property and deliver a package. Even if it's an estate that has no solicitation signs, a delivery driver is not soliciting. They're delivering. They're doing their job, which undoubtedly means that this man is not trespassing because he has an implied license to deliver packages.
So I'm sure some of you have seen Hugo's videos before. He's a lawyer and a part-time judge. So yeah, us delivery drivers, like let's say that manor was for some reason wrong and the pin was wrong and it was actually on the other side or something and the pin just happens to be nearby that. You know, these gated communities we go in. I just thought that was relevant because like Amazon Flex or any delivery that we do, we often get set to the wrong address or someone has it set to the address they were at. And like, say the last driver just came in and out like the wind. That guy didn't notice, but this time he did. And maybe he's upset with his wife or something, ordering Amazon all the time. But we are there in good faith. We are considered an invited guest as delivery people. So whether it be USPS, Amazon, FedEx, UPS, DoorDash, Uber, Instacart, any of these other delivery apps, Roadie, we're all considered invited guests because of that law that protects all delivery workers, whether we be independent contractors or W-2. And like he's in the wrong, and if his quote retired cop buddy there what is a decent person, he would correct them and say, no, this person's a delivery person. They're considered an invited guest, whether they found the wrong address or not. They are attempting to make a delivery in good faith. So I know there's been lots of sketchy situations. Some people pulled guns. I know there was one tragic one a year or so ago where the guy shot because like the address got put wrong or whatever. And it's, you know, people go way out of the way, and it's like you don't understand that delivery drivers are actually a protected class. So if you actually assault or manslaughter them, the penalty is more severe. Just like my line of work, if you assault a utility worker, and we're considered line clearance, so we're considered utility workers. If you go out of your way to assault us, it's extra time in prison, like state prison at the very minimum, because it's years and years and years, 7 years minimum to assault them. And I know there's quite stiff penalties for assaulting delivery people too. I know that we take a lot of abuse and we don't report it because we don't find it worth it at the end of the day. But like, it's not right that people think they can run all over us. We're invited guests if we're attempting to make a delivery in good faith, guys. Yo, right there, ready go.
Thank you for joining us. I'm glad that you had a chance to say hi before your gig. So, and
yeah, he's doing concerts in Red Rock, Colorado. There, well, that's the name of the venue. It's in and I pointed out another one to him, like it's coming there. So hopefully get them there. If you guys ever heard of Gawne, Gawne, check him out. He's like a wicked cool fast rapper. Like he's really good. So hopefully he gets more of those. That's like traditional independent contracting as it gets. He does concert gigs. He just worked with one that was like someone he never heard of, and he said they were great. So, I mean, that's a great way to find out new music, and you make money while doing it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I guess going back to the whole delivery driver on the wrong property thing. Well, let's start with, what if it was him actually saying, hey, I got a packet, like this package isn't for me. Like, this is not my package. You like, wouldn't the better way to handle that be, hey, are you like, let's just double check if this package is actually yours, and not be like, oh, get out of my face about it. Like, the driver didn't exactly handle himself well, and I get that point. That the driver should not be treated that way, but I would also argue that if you're like, yeah, you shouldn't be treating a driver that way, but also, are we certain that he's on the property because there was a package? Like, there's also the other point that you can get an Amazon vest pretty easily online. You
But yeah,
like, how
yeah,
certain are we that this package was
yeah,
actually like
you
this person was there to deliver a package?
you could look in the mirror and see he's clearly in an Amazon van. At least it was to me when I originally watched it. I know it's hard when we
Maybe
just
I
have
didn't
a
see
mini
it.
screen here, but
Maybe
I'm
I
pretty
didn't.
sure he was. It's at some point in the
Lawyer's
video.
I
reaction.
have an Amazon shirt on.
That
You
doesn't mean you can come on private property anytime you want to.
here? I'm just delivering packages. I won't be here ever again. Do you need something?
Yeah, it goes quick, but you can get there. But
Definitely Amazon bet.
he's
But
definitely in a van. But yeah,
I
I get what your
I
point is
would
that anyone can pretend to be an Amazon driver. But if I have a literal package in my hand, and you know how people flip out when they don't get their Amazon of all things, like usually non-essential shit. Like
yeah,
that's the one they care about the most. They'll flip out more than that about not getting their lunch. You know, it's like so whoever ordered it whenever it's an estate, so that basically means the private drive with several houses on it. Let's say 3 to a dozen. They're very common around here, and yeah, it's like I really don't. I think the driver could have handled himself much better. But my guess is like before he started recording, things were escalating very quickly because the guy was very aggressive.
did
But we don't know what happened off camera. To be fair, the driver could have handled themselves better. But yeah, I mean, I think we've all at least been in somewhat situation where we had someone hostile. Um, and I've been up to there, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" I'm just delivering food, dude. Well, I didn't order no food, and I say the name, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, that's so and so staying here. Oh, that's my wife's nephew or some BS."
It's funny that you say that 'cause I had a situation specifically like that today. First off, it was my first ever, no, second ever because I did 2 today, but first in general, like, these were my first trips on the Curry platform. I finally got some that actually made sense mileage-wise and payout-wise too, like, these were, like, $20 payouts each, so I was like, "Ooh, solid." Um, I got them, and what I receive like, I got to the drop-off point, which normally it's B2B, and it was B2B, but I was dropping off to a resident's home, and the person I dropped off to gave me this strange look because they were the person receiving service from the I think the construction team working on his house. And he's like, "Well, I didn't order anything." I'm like, "Is this not the address? This is like, I'm just dropping off this coil wire." He's like, "Oh, that must be for the people on the roof. Hang on, let's call them down." But
Yeah,
that's still 1,000 times better handling the situation than this is private property. Get off my case about it. Like, get off my property. Like, even someone who was sketched out by a random guy carrying coil on his shoulder that is still going to be a little bit more well received than some random dude that is actually speaking, an Amazon guy delivering a package. Even the Amazon guy could literally say, "Is this blah 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 address?" Right? And maybe he did say that, and that was off camera, and he was protecting the customer's privacy that way, which good on
mhm.
him, because if he did that and he didn't record it or he cut it out, how cool is that he was berated by the customer and he still protected his privacy?
Well, yeah, you get fired instantly for that kind of stuff. Like, I
One
would not be surprised if he still got fired. So he's either a DSP or works directly for Amazon. So it's so like these big companies are always going to side with the customer no matter what, which is a crappy situation because the customer, quote unquote, was clearly in the wrong here. The driver could have, yes, handled themselves better, but they weren't like threatening violence or cussing them out. But like, just oh man, it's such a rough situation when it comes to that. I know that.
Closer, like it's interesting you say that too. It's like these big companies, ezCater, like they side with us for a period of time. I would define ezCater as a bigger company,
Mhm.
actually speaking. And I was thinking about this the other day, and really I was thinking about it today too, but I was really thinking about it the other day. The closer you are to a non-essential customer, like this is a customer that does not necessarily need this specific item. It's not food, it's not anything relevant. Like you don't necessarily need this to live. The closer you are to that specific customer, the more entitled they seem.
Mhm.
I did those curry orders today, right? They are business to business. One was to an office and one was to somebody who worked on a construction team, whoever that may be. I delivered the item and they were treating me like a human fucking being. I don't think I've ever seen anybody entitled. I didn't experience anybody entitled. Even the
Yeah,
people
that's got professional behavior.
yeah,
That's
I'm treated like a professional because we are professionals, or at least we should be considered as. And we dropped it off. We took the picture. We left. Like treated like a human being. That dynamic is not universal. At least it's not anymore.